Hi there, welcome back. My name is Jen, and I am on a journey of transformation, discovery, and self-love. And I would love for you to join me on that journey. So come on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Perfectly Imperfect with Jen Hills. I'm here today to share with you my 6-month anniversary check-in. Woo! Do you believe it? I have been doing this keto journey for 6 months, and today is my check-in update video. We're gonna take some pictures, we're gonna show some stats, we're gonna celebrate that I have been doing this for 6 months, and I have been doing it consistently, and here we are. I have a special guest coming in, and it is just gonna be an awesome day. So keep watching and check in with me to see how my 6 months are going. If you are new here, welcome. I've been doing keto for 6 months. I've been on this transformation journey for 6 months, and today is my 6-month check-in video, filling you guys in on all the things that have been going on for the last 6 months. All right, so let's get into the meat of the video today. Here we go. So as you guys know, or may not know, about 6 months ago, I decided to start a whole new journey. And I had done keto before, I have lost weight before, I've had weight loss surgery, I've got lots of videos talking about all those different things. Check them out down below. But I decided about 6 months ago that I was gonna try one more time. And I did. I weighed in on August 17th. I weighed in at 331.2 pounds. That was possibly my highest weight ever that I know of. I mean, I may have been heavier, but I never weighed myself. But definitely that is the tipping point of any scale that I've ever been on. I was a little shocked, not gonna lie. And then the last maybe 4 years, I've done keto like 3 times, 2 times, 2 to 3 times, and I've lost like maybe 30 pounds. I've done it for a couple months, and then I would quit. Then I would go back to the way that I used to eat. But this time I'm determined that it's going to be different, that I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to get to my goal. I haven't made that goal yet, but I'm going to get there. I think it's a little too early. I don't want to freak myself out with a big number goal, so I'm just going slowly. But August 17th, I stepped on that scale and 331 pounds. So I've been documenting it. About 9 weeks in, I decided to start a YouTube channel and to take video and pictures. And I didn't do any of that beforehand. I didn't do any measurements. The only thing that I tracked from the beginning was my weight. I'm sure there are pictures, which I'll find some of them from the summer so you can see in August what I look like, and I definitely can see a change in my body. So here are some pictures from August, and here are some pictures from today. These are pictures I took today. It's a horrible weather day, but here is what I look like today. Yeah, so I am noticing the transformation in my face, particularly definitely in my clothing. Most of my clothing is hanging off my body. It's way too big for me now, which is an exciting problem to have because your girl does love to go shopping. So I'm excited about trying some new clothes and a new spring wardrobe. I'm gonna wait till the weather changes to update my wardrobe. But I'm excited to try some new things out and to see what works for my body. I do have some clothing from my previous weights that I still have, but you know, a girl can always use a little extra clothes, I'm not gonna lie. So when I started measuring myself, here, let's check out some stats. So, oh, wait, before we even get to stats, let's talk about the big news. So how much weight did I lose in 6 months? What's my total weight loss? If you guys have been on this journey with me, you know, for the last couple weeks, I've been in the 280s. I was stuck at like 289, and then I got down to 285, and then I was up and down 285. So where am I now? So I stepped on the scale this morning, and this morning the scale said 281.8 pounds. And if you don't know the math, that gives me a total weight loss of 49.4 pounds. Not quite my big 5-0, but 0.6 pounds away. But I think by Wednesday, because it's Monday now, today is the 15th. Monday's actually the 17th. Wednesday's actually the 17th. This is actual real 6 months. And I'm going to weigh myself on Wednesday. And I'm sure I'm going to hit that 50 by Wednesday. I really kicked it into high gear this weekend. I was determined to hit this 5-0 goal. And so I did 1 meal a day on Saturday and Sunday. Fasted. I had my coffee, of course. I had my morning coffee both of those days. But I didn't have any fasted all day until dinner, and I had 1 meal, and that was it. And that was just what my body needed to kick it up a notch and get me to my goal, what I wanted to do. That's one thing I love about keto, is that you can fast, and fasting is so beneficial for your body. There's lots of research done on it. Check it out on your own. I was not starving myself. I don't want anybody to think that I was depriving or starving, or it's an eating disorder or anything like that. Fasting is an intentional way of healing your body and kicking your body into the next level. You're kicking into ketosis. You're turning that fat burning on. So I did that, and here I am, 281.8 pounds, 49.4 pounds to my goal. So I have lost 50 pounds. I have lost 50 pounds in 6 months. And I am very proud of myself. And, I was so afraid of failing. I didn't want to start, and I didn't want to try because I didn't think I could make it. And if you are where I was 6 months ago, right now watching this video, afraid of failing, afraid of not being able to do it, afraid of losing and gaining, because girl, I have gained and lost so much weight in my lifetime. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've lost 50 pounds and gained 50 pounds. But today is a new day, and you can do it. Whatever journey you choose to take, I want you to know that you can do it. You can be successful just like I have been successful. And doesn't mean it's going to be easy, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to take hard work. But you can do it. Just like my husband did. Let's check in with him and see how he's doing on his journey. And here is my special guest for today.
Me.
Ta-da! My husband, Mark Hills.
She made me do it.
Made you do it. So Mark has also been on his own journey. Like you guys know, we filmed a video a little while ago, which I can link down below. And today, Mark has an update to share. So you want to share?
I've lost 150 pounds.
150 pounds.
And I had a revision of my Roux-en-Y to gastric sleeve on March 12th.
Yep. No, March 10th.
No, it was 12th.
Okay.
Well, either way. On March 10th, on March 12th, you can pick now. 10th was my last day at work, I think. Anyway. Whatever. And it's been a journey ever since.
So it's my 6-month anniversary since starting, but it's your 11-month.
Yeah.
Almost a year since you started. Yeah. And in a year, 150 pounds. So you did have a little push with weight loss surgery.
Yes.
But you've been working hard.
Yes. First 6-7 months, it was not easy because I had a rough time with the surgery, which was not fun, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, I've been having to work at it more lately, and been doing the keto and the intermittent fasting, and recently had the epiphany that Splendor was my enemy.
This is the big
or as we like to call it, my spleen.
And he's not shorter than me. He looks like he's in a lower chair, so he looks a little...
I'm 6'1" and a bundle of fun. In case you were wondering.
So anyway, so my husband, previous to weight loss surgery, had what some might call an addiction to diet soda. And we talked about this in our other video.
It's not true. Addiction is too strong a word. 12 cans a day. On a good day. 12
cans a day. And he was never without a can of soda. There was always, one within arm's reach of him.
Yeah, everywhere.
In the car.
In my car, on my school bus, which
everywhere.
I drive. I don't just like do it for fun. I actually get paid to do that. But in the bedroom and downstairs, yeah, they're everywhere.
Everywhere. So he gave it up about a year ago.
Yep.
Hasn't had any soda since then.
And
but
I have not been craving it either. But I gave it up for 2 years before, after the previous surgery. So I'm more aware this time that you can go back to it. I don't want to. I don't enjoy it. I'm a teaholic now.
Yeah. So now he drinks tea because he is British. But he was drinking. He does have still a sweet tooth, which can be could be a slippery slope for anybody on a weight loss journey. But he was using Splenda, and we figured out there is dextrose in the brand Splenda, not just sucralose, but the brand Splenda.
There's like 1 carb per, and I because of my sweet tooth, I was putting 6 in a cup of, like a large mug of tea or coffee. So when you added it up all during the day, I was getting into this dangerous territory carb-wise. So that's why I wouldn't get into ketosis. I was doing everything else right, and then I'm also a little stubborn, which is odd for a man, I know. But so I had to realise that was a mistake. And we found a couple of other things to my liking. And I've also come to like the aftertaste of stevia, which I really didn't think would happen.
No, me either.
There's been some weird things since this last surgery. I like peanut butter, never did before. What are some other?
Don't like ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup's
Can't stop.
I sometimes, but it's not. I used to put it on everything.
Yeah.
There's a few things. My taste buds have changed somewhat. Guacamole, didn't used to like that very much. I eat that now. I don't love it, but it's a bit. Your taste buds do change after the surgery, so it's kind of odd.
So he's almost 1 year out, 150 pounds. Mm-hmm. What biggest changes have you noticed in yourself in the past year? Let's say.
I've become more self-aware that it's a lifestyle, not just a quick fix. The surgery is only a tool, and if you don't use it, it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. Sure, at first you'll lose a bunch of weight, but then you put it back on again. I know I did. I've been there, got the t-shirt in a 4X, and but I'm more aware this time. I'm. That's why I like keto. I can't have a cheat day, because for me a cheat day turns into a cheat lifetime, not just a cheat week. Right. So I'm not very good at getting off the wagon and then getting back on again. So keto's good for me in the fact that I know that if I have a cheat day or cheat meal, it can kick you out.
Kick you out of ketosis.
Yeah, out of ketosis. So I prefer that. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not saying that I won't ever. Like if we're on vacation, maybe I'll have an ice cream or whatever, but, that's another, there's many hurdles.
Right. I think one of the things that I've learned is 80% of the time, stay on track. And every now and then, maybe 90%, make it 90%. Like 10% of the time, on special occasions, it's okay to have a cupcake.
Yeah, like if it's a special occasion, our daughters are disappointed if we don't have some cake or you don't have a cupcake. They take it personally, which, they're 9 and 10, so why not? But, I tend not to if I can avoid it, because it can be a slippery slope for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it for them. I would say if I made the choice, part of taking control of my life is being able to make choices for myself and owning them.
It is pressure from them, though.
You think so?
I think so. It comes into it.
I don't have any pressure. I don't feel it. They do say things, but they'll say, "But Mom,
she's always right too," which is another.
I am.
That's good.
Isn't he lucky?
I know. Always marry up, guys. Always marry up, which is really easy to do.
All right. What would you? What? So this is my 6-month anniversary video. What are the biggest changes you've noticed in me in 6 months?
You are constantly making videos. No,
I know this is hard for you.
I wasn't prepared.
I know, and I wanted to surprise you.
I think just seeing the dedication you've got to it. I've seen you diet before. It's
We've both done this.
constant dieting, constant different fads, Weight Watchers. I did slimming. No, what did I do? Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig. Yeah.
I've done many things, and they worked then it just don't last. Not knocking anything. If you're on a journey, have at it. But yeah, I've noticed that keto really suits you. I think you feel better in yourself because the inflammation is gone.
Oh yeah.
You've always loved doing makeup, but you tend to enjoy that more. I think you've never had a problem with self-esteem though, so.
I've always been a pretty confident
person.
person.
Whereas I have not. I know it's hard to tell, but.
I'll move this down. I'm gonna change the whole
shouldn't
video.
have surprised me with that question. What would you like to say?
I want you to say what's in your heart. I think those are good things.
Yeah, it's good to be doing it together. Because you're not just cooking for yourself now. It's worth doing. That you're less liable to be. Oh, I won't worry about cooking something special just for me. And so, but you do some great recipes. You've adapted some stuff, and but obviously you've changed physically. But I've loved you all sizes, so that doesn't make a difference. I'm just glad you're healthier. You're happier. And you've helped me a lot too, but this is supposed to be about you. So,
how have I helped you?
I'm like you will give me advice, which I then don't take, and then I'll think about, and then I'll take it, and then I'll think that was really good advice.
Like the Splenda thing was a big tricky thing because I knew that's what was kicking you out of ketosis.
Yes, and
I knew that you were gonna not like it if I said I think you need to give up Splenda.
I'm a Taurian. I'm a Taurus that was born in the year of the bull, and I am stubborn. So it takes a while, and then I'm all in like Flynn.
Yes, yeah. I had to say, I wonder what kicks you out of ketosis. I had to make him discover it.
Yeah, and then the blood monitor we got was really good for that.
I had to play
you use your womanly
reverse. I use my reverse psychology womanly ways.
You use your womanly wiles, and they work. They work. But yeah, was it Keto Coach? The blood monitor we bought.
Yeah,
that is a good thing. Although sometimes I'll do it and it's low, and I'm like, no, it's the end of the world.
You'll be all right.
I've noticed after exercise, it's higher.
Yeah, your ketones raise after exercise.
So that's something
That's an easy way to get.
That's a scientific discovery I made. You're welcome. Yeah, but no, it's been fun doing it together.
Yeah, I think having a partner, whether or not you live with them or if it's a friend or somebody on the internet that you meet on YouTube, just having somebody that's going to encourage you and that's going to...
Or someone that you've been married to for 20 years.
Yep. Bounce questions
off. It makes... And also laying in bed for 2 or 3 hours at a time watching Keto with Christy. And who's the other one?
Jess on Keto We Rind.
Yeah. I mean, they're great ladies.
Who's... Oh, you don't like Nicole Burgess?
You can't put that on there.
She's really hard.
You can't put that. She's so hardcore. She's a
lot of energy.
What is it she's doing?
She's like, we're going to get the damn thing done.
Yeah. And she's always like, she's too hyper.
She's got a lot of energy.
But was it hard? No.
75 hard.
75 hard, yeah. I'm just like, can't we do like 36 easy? No.
Those are my keto ladies.
Excuse me.
Speaking of tea, with stevia, sweetened with stevia.
Delicious. I always told you that. Splenda's the devil, I tell you.
All right, anything else?
Just that I love you.
Oh.
Careful, that'll give you diabetes.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Where am I going now?
You gotta go cook dinner. Like
McDonald's is it?
He's never cooked dinner.
It's not true.
Okay, you did heat the fish up that one time.
And did burgers and that on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
That other time.
It's
only been 20 years. Give me a chance.
All right.
All right, then.
All right, that's my sweetie. He's a little bit of a Coco the Clown. He likes to be silly. but he is doing great too. And, you know, this is something he and I both have struggled with our whole life and most of our marriage. You know, when we got married 20 years ago, he was over 500 pounds. And I still loved him, didn't make life easy. You know, we had lots of problems physically, but he's really taken control of his life and he's done great. And, you know, we are people who have lived our whole life with the curse of obesity. We've always eaten poorly. We've not been active. I actually have to finish this video so my husband can get on the exercise bike. I kind of film in my office / exercise room / recording studio. It's always a little crazy mess. We're trying to get it organized and situated. But yeah, so he wants to exercise. So I have to get out of this room. I'm trying to make this video. But yeah, we come from that. We don't know anything. You know, some people, I think, were thin when they were younger, or athletes when they were younger, then they gain weight and then they can return to what they know. We don't know anything other than obesity and overeating and fast food and sugar. We don't know anything other than that. So we're teaching ourselves a new way of living. And I have to say it's much fuller and much brighter than it ever has been. Because food doesn't control us as much as it did in the past. We have the freedom to not let food control us as it did. So anyway, let's look at the stats. So all that's done. Let's look at the stats and see how we're doing here at 6 months. So 2 months in, remember I didn't take any measurements, so I don't really know where I started. But 2 months in, my waist was 55 inches, hips were 64, chest was 48. And now 6 months, well, it's not really 6 months from that, but you know what I mean. So right now, my measurements are as follows: 50 waist, 59 hips, 44 chest. That gives me a total inches loss of 14 inches since October. I've lost 14 inches in my body, and I can tell it in my clothing. 14 inches. So I need to go shopping, guys. I need some, I'm still plus size. I'm still a big girl. Don't get it twisted. But I definitely need some new clothing. I'm going to need some new spring clothing. So, you know, in this 6 months, I have noticed, a lot of changes. You guys know I'm still struggling with getting active, but one of the ways that is going to become more successful is getting this room together, getting our treadmill. We got a new stationary bike. That's what we just got it. That's one of the gifts we gifted ourselves in the new year. And for my 50-pound weight loss, I talked about this last week. So last week, I wanted to know, what should I give myself for hitting my 50-pound mark? You know, what should be my incentive, my reward, other than, of course, obviously hitting the 50-pound mark yourself. But what I gifted myself was a new iPhone. I gifted myself a new iPhone 12 for my 50-pound weight loss. It came a little earlier. But, and I'm recording on my new iPhone 12. So, I'm loving it so far. It's taken a little bit of getting used to, but, Mama went big for 50 pounds with this new iPhone. So yeah, how are you guys doing? What is your journey like right now? You know, wherever you are on this journey, I want you to know that you have it within you to be successful. That hard work and determination, you can do it. Take it small. A 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. Don't let the big picture overwhelm you. These are the things that always caused me to hesitate, right? And I have another video where I said, 5 steps to success. Check that one out. But yeah, don't wait for Monday. Start right now. Don't be overwhelmed. Start small. Do little things, make a difference. Little things, changes that you can make will make a difference. So find out what those little things are that you need to change and get doing it. And we'll see you in 6 months and see how successful you have been. So I am so thankful for all of you, for joining me on the journey, for all the encouragement that you guys give. I hope that I'm an encourager to you. I hope that I'm helping you in your journey, giving you some inspiration and giving you some motivation and some love, because you deserve it, because you are a person who is worthy of love and affection. So let's wrap this up. 6 months, 50 pounds. So this is Monday. Wednesday is my actual 6-month anniversary. When this video goes live, in the description box down below, I will put my weight for Wednesday morning, because I know I'm going to get those 0.6 pounds. I'm going to hit that 50 pounds on Wednesday morning. I'm totally convinced I'm going to do it. So check it out down below. Come back on Friday. I'll have my what I eat in a week video. Get to see all the food that I ate this week that helped me get to my goal. Also, I'll talk about the fasting this weekend in the video. And until then, I want you guys to remember to love one another, but most importantly, give yourself a big hug and love on yourself, because you are amazing. No matter what size you are, no matter what weight you are, no matter where you are in your journey, you are a valuable, worthy person, and you are important. And you are loved by someone. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.